That is a really interesting dungeon to have done after Shadowbringers. Return from your expedition into the Lost City. That as well. We, for our part, have at least succeeded in earning the elemental's disquiet. But tell us, Archon, what was the nature of the hostile presence that so unsettled them? Hyenas? I'm assuming you have evidence of hyenas loafing. Okay. Okay. Extraordinary. I was all but certain that some seed of the darkness had survived. I could not have been more wrong. Certainly did not expect them sourceful statues. Creations of the Omnipori Magi, I imagine. But it seems so. They likely began to stir when that fiend was awoken by the weakening seal. It does not explain why the elementals would have cause to fear these ancient sentinels. It seems safe to assume the Omnipori built them to repel the armies of Ma. Or to hazard a guess, I would say that the passing of the years has dulled the statue's senses, that they mistook our friends for the ethereal beings of a different order, void sent of the kind employed by the Miqo'te Magi. Elemental's arrival would have seemed like an invasion. That would explain much, yes. Void sent monstrosities and undying guardians of stone, or the Magi must have been a conflict of truly terrifying proportions. It is well that these ancient relics have at last been laid to rest. With the city's defenses thus disabled, we may safely return to our task of cleansing the ruins. You have our deepest gratitude, Archon. So we're gonna untick that. Q. And I have to fly across the entirety of the zone again. Okay. So in the original Omnipor Keep, like the normal version of it, there's an exterior zone that's covered in like rot and fungal infection and everything. And then there's a zone transition and it's all darkness and all the enemies are darkness. The hard mode version, the opening is all alive and healthy. And then you transition into an area where light has taken hold. The two models in the light zone are reused later. It's an expansion away. We still have to get through the post-patch on Heavensward and the entirety of Stormblood before we get to Shadowbringers. But that's when they're reused. And that is fascinating if you know the context of Shadowbringers at all. Okay, let's skip ahead. We read most of this. This is where we pick up. I am reminded of the words of Volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity. Of the Fury's love will all men receive, and by the balance of her spear will all be set free. We must strive to love our neighbor even as we love ourselves, just as Helene does. To do otherwise is to defy her will. Yes, and while we will surely be rewarded for our tolerance, the highborn bastards who would sooner pretend this passage doesn't exist won't be so lucky. Why, they may even find themselves on the receiving end of her spear for everything they've put us through. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Still haven't found a single clue as to Ula''s whereabouts. Fear not, Lee. With Archon at her side, I have faith that we shall find her, and that she will soon retake her rightful place in the hallowed halls of St. Andelum Scholasticate. I hope you're right. At any rate, we've done what we came to do, so there's no point freezing our arses off out here. Until we meet again, Archon. Yeah, we weren't close enough to actually be able to finish. Okay, so back at the Scholasticate. So, Lost Night, the Lost City of Omnipor Hard is a completely optional dungeon that a lot of people don't do? Or at least weren't doing by the time I started playing the game, so I don't think I've ever done that before, and I can say with certainty I haven't done it since I played Shadowbringers. Crap, is it fascinating. I'm going to be stuck on that for a little bit. Master Shade, I trust you're able to find Tiamat Sent and Lee? See. Yes, the two of them have always shared a special bond with Father Choiseul. Well, that only seems to have grown stronger with his passing. It's encouraging to see that they have taken their issues to heart and continue to work so fervently for the good of their fellow students. I fear, however, that a dark and treacherous path lies ahead of them. I only pray that when the time comes, they are ready for whatever challenges await. Master Shade, just the men I was hoping to see. I'm sorry to say that a rather disturbing rumor has been circulating on the Scholasticate again. One which claims that Ashambadin arranged for Ula to be, taken away. You don't say! That the boy scorns those who favor indifferent interpretations of the scriptures, I do not deny, but I labor to believe he would go so far. Really? Because that was my first conclusion. He's kind of a dick. To engage in such conduct would risk not only his own position as prefect, but the very honor of House Lemail, both of which mean a great deal to him. Really? Because I'm pretty sure the only thing that matters to him is power for the sake of power. Regretfully, no one seems to know whence these ridiculous rumors came. They could have been concocted by anyone, for any number of reasons. In any event, with many still unsure what to make of Ula''s sudden withdrawal, these wild accusations have only served to deepen the divide between our seminarians. At this rate, I fear others may decide they no longer wish to remain at the Scholasticate, and so I'd be most grateful if you would consent to investigate this matter. Should you oblige my request, I suggest you begin by speaking with Le Brasseau. I am told he has spent the past few days looking into Ula''s activities prior to her departure, likely with the intent to absolve Archambadin of suspicion. Yeah, I'll get on that right after I punch some guys in the face. Apparently this week we're getting far better timers on our dungeons. I think last week I tried to roll this one and was sitting in a queue for like 15 minutes without it popping. That was like, what, sub 5? This is another one of those. Been a hot minute if I've done it ever. Also, if memory serves, is more or less this expansion's version of Halatali Hard. Halatali Hard was a after we've cleared a dungeon, they took it back over and turned it into some kind of like a gladiatorial training arena. So we're not fighting these because they've taken over the area. We're fighting these because it's fun and a challenge. No. Nice try, though. Yeah, there's a whole lot of chatting that's going on. And the game is saying a whole lot of things, but... Oh my god, could you stop? Literally all it keeps doing is casting. Space. They never know what hit him. Not that I'm surprised. If a can full of raptors had given you any trouble, the gods only know what they'd have done to the rest of us. Dealing with the unpredictable ability of fiery brutes like these sharpens the reflexes, so we'll get them nice and angry for you. Pick up the pace, soldier. This ain't even the small fry. Up them gets the blood pumping like a pack of ravenous beasties. We got an Astrologian again as our healer. And you can, like... Yeah, this is just this expansion's version of Halatali. Okay. What's up with this circle? I have been taught not to stand in these circles. And then you're just, like, leaving them on the ground. The normal version of this was just like... This is where we fought the Kraken at the end. Sanguine, Sirens, Targirl. Okay. They got a Targirl and a couple of gunners. Can I be in range, please? You got that? Yep. Okay. Another round. I'm not even gonna get over there by the time it's dead. Okay, carry on. Do we have an actual fight here anywhere? Oops. Well, that could have gone a lot better. Ooh, fruit tea. Do we have any fruit tea? Oh, we've got our gorillas making their reappearance. I always thought you're supposed to, like, consume cold things for tonsils, but... Oh. Maybe the advisories have changed. That's why it was always popsicles. You numb it. You eat something cold to numb it. Yeah, that's a problem. Tea can always help. Tea is great. If tea doesn't help, your problem is serious. Don't want that. Go away. No. It's gonna be fight 2 and then the other 2 will come down, huh? Oh, the other 3 will come down. Very well. Next. That's completely fair. Though sometimes lozenges are suspiciously similar to candy. Isn't Ymir like the ice giants from Norse mythology? Why do they appear to be fire slugs? Oh, Captain Carvalan has some work for us to do. Rest of the signs are ready. Oh, now we get to fight Ymir. He put on his shell and now he's like ridiculously stronger. Oh, do we have to separate? Ow. Ah. Good old ice. Everyone's favorite. Okay, stop. Oh, come on, I was out of that. I don't like ice mechanics. Care about any of this stuff. Arrows beyond your seam. I wasted my coin. Victories. You mentioned that Ymir has hidden talents. Yeah, there's a whole lot of chatting that goes on in here. It's hard to like pay attention to the fight and try and read. Oh, we have to fight high tide and low tide? time, brother. Don't hold back now. Be the talk of Maelstrom Command if we can leave a scratch on him. Aye, if. But I suppose it's too late to back out now. I say we move in tandem and try to overwhelm them. Yeah, how's that working out for you? I think every lozenge I get is generally like some variation on honey. Forgive me, brother. Couldn't keep up. Knights of the Paracuda, to your positions. You've heard tales of our skill at arms, adventure, and now you shall witness it firsthand. Really? Because I've never heard of you. Sorry. Uh-oh. The healer got wrecked. Good thing we got a summoner backup. I'd wait just a second. Healer is being rezzed. Seven housed. I think I spoke of our skill at arms. Yeah. Ah, Storm Commander Riki. Do we get to fight you? Long awaited this chance, Archon. Trust you'll show me no favors. Meet me as you would an equal. Okay. You're gonna regret that, but sure. Well, that cast real quick. I yield! I yield! Oh, the Navigator. That was inspirational. Oh, hello. Couldn't help myself, lad. These last few matches stirred something in me. I don't want to know what it stirred in you, buddy. Oh, they started without me? Fine. Be that way. Spare me, Admiral. God, they are talkative. I am not allowed to move, apparently. Okay, Mistbeard. Well, those were the dungeons that we had left from last week. seem to be treading water, Marshal. If I did not know better, I should think you cared not for our good company's name. Spare me, Admiral. I hold my duty to the Maelstrom above all else, as you will know. Nevertheless, I will not deny this. The uniform now prevents me from doing my worst. But since all here present are privy to the truth, might we not loosen the collar and hearken back to the glory days? Just this once? By your leave, of course. As you like. 'Twill make for a better spectacle. Heh. Said I'd never don you again, old friend, but many a man would trade the wisdom years for a minute of youthful hubris. Abandon hope, you fools of fortune, for you face Mistbeard, king of the 5 seas. I have drowned 100 men on their own decks ere they took to sea. Here, have yourselves a whiff of this. Picking for the Tyriak, are you? Let's have a little treasure hunt for it. So the quest lines resulting in from the previous one, you find out that he is actually Mistbeard. And then in this one it's like, I am Mistbeard. Let me fight you as Mistbeard. Why am I dropped off here? The quest is all the way over here. Storm Sergeant Sternlana, at your service. The wheeler is loaded and ready, sir. Give the towing vessel... Signal for the towing vessel to depart as soon as you're aboard. Oh, because that turn is in Limsa. This is to unlock Leviathan Extreme. Never mind. Leviathan was sighted at some distance from the coast, so there should be more than enough time to build up ramming speed. The entire crew is willing to lay down their lives to ensure you reach your target, sir. So you just concentrate on skewing that overgrown little sea serpent. Okay, so the actual turn-in for that is in Limsa Lamensa. That just unlocked Leviathan Hardbound. So we will return to Foundation and continue on with the Scholasticate.